Namaste and welcome to Siddhi Yoga. My name is Amrita and today we are on the 7th day, the final day of our chakra series. And I know that you all are excited to practice the asanas for balancing your 7 chakra, crown or Sahasrara chakra. And do you know that blocked crown chakra can actually cause confusion, headache, and loss of sense sometimes? But yes, with this 20 minutes yoga practice, you can balance it, you can unblock your crown chakra easily. And if you want to practice with me regularly, then you can join our 14 days free yoga challenge. Link is in description below and classes are available in both Hindi and English language, which you can practice anywhere, anytime. Now let's get started. Take your positions, everyone, and get into your mats. So we are here ready with placing our mat at a good space, and you should also place it somewhere close to wall because this wall can be helpful during samasana practices and also during the relaxation. So please place your mat close to wall and then carry some cushion you have at home. So any kind of small cushion you can carry with you because this can be helpful during samasana practices. And now we are taking the position. First, we are attending the half lotus pose to attend the prayer. Extend your both legs front first. So open your both legs front side and then little bit shake your legs, shake your thighs, relax them. And then we are attending the half lotus. For that, you need to give external rotation to your right leg, bend your leg at the knee, and then grab your right ankle, your right foot with your hands, adjust it on the top of your left thigh here. Then you're giving the external rotation to your left leg, bend your leg at the knee, and then try to adjust or insert this leg underneath your right thigh. If you feel that your right knee is lifting too high, then it's okay. You should be carrying this cushion underneath your right thigh. Try to adjust it nicely and fill this gap because this can be more supportive to relax your hip and keep your spine straight. Then we are sitting comfortably in this position. With the help of your palms, you can take the excess flesh out so your sit bones are evenly grounded. Now just make a cup shape of your palms. Roll your shoulders. Breathe in. With the breath out, gently bring the back palms over your knees. Close your eyes and relax yourself. Just be here with the calmness, with the steadiness. Prepare yourself for the asana practice, for this session. And now to begin this session, we're going to chant Om one time. If you are comfortable, you can chant with me. Otherwise, listen to me carefully and feel the vibration of this chanting. So gently bend your elbows and join your palms front of your chest. Breathe in deeper again. Breathe in deeper again. Breathe out gently. Bow down your head on your forehead. Inhale, lift your head up and bring your hands down on your knees. Open your eyes, come back. Very nice. So this was the prayer and now we are ready to attend the asana practice. Asana practice which is directly going to help you balancing your crown chakra. Let's get ready, everyone. First thing we are doing here, the Vajrasana practice. Let's just extend your both legs and then shake your legs again. Relax them. To attend this practice, you should be folding your left leg in towards your left hip and then lean over to the left side. Just fold your right leg in. You can fold your both legs from one side and then sit here with the folded leg position. Now we are adding the movement, the kind of active movement in this practice. So practice is easy. You should be coming in knee kneeling position. So just inhale with raising your arms up, come on your knees here. With the exhalation, you should be releasing your hands down and rest your hips on your heels. Then you are dropping your head front. If you can't rest your head completely on the floor, on the mat, that's fine. But keep leaning front. Bow down your head. And this is the moment we need to do. So I hope you all are ready. Let's get ready. Let me just take position on my mat completely. And I'm showing you the practice from side. Get ready, everyone. Here we are standing in knee kneeling position. And you can also maintain a little bit gap between your knees, between your feet. Then breathe in deeper, raise your arms up. Exhale slowly. Release your hands and drop your head. Try resting your forehead down. If you can't, then it's okay. You can also use block or cushion to rest your head. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, go down. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, go down. Breathe in, come up again. Try to hold this position. And then with the exhalation, you again go down. Drop your forehead down. And then we are moving. Now we are getting ready for the next practice, which is a rabbit pose. From here, you should be raising slowly your hips up and then you just shifting your weight towards your crown head, your top head. Here. Just try leaning as front as possible. If you're comfortable, then you can move your head slightly more close to your knees and you can try grabbing your heels with your palms. If you can do this, then great. Otherwise, it's okay. Keep resting your palms by the side of your feet. And this position is all helpful to activate, to stimulate your crown chakra, your Sahasrara chakra. Be here with this. 3, try turning your sit bones little up towards the ceiling. 2, and then 1. Gently, slowly, we can come back in child pose. For a while, just balance your blood circulation on your head. And then very slowly, we're going to come up. Very nice. Now, let's get ready to attend our next practice, which is a half headstand position. Practice is easy, but yes, as we are attending the practice of headstand, be really very careful. If you want to take support through the wall, you can go for it. But yes, as we are attending the half position of headstand, so it is not really complicated. Let me just make it more simple for you. Take your positions, everyone. Keep sitting here with Vajrasana. Then you're resting your both palms front. Let me move my knees little back and we are here in tabletop position. After this, you are resting your forearms front here. Try to maintain the shoulder width distance between your both forearms. With catching your opposite elbows, you can measure it. And then you're releasing your both hands front. Bind your fingers nicely. Try to interlace all your fingers, but keep your thumbs nicely free from each other. Here, now you're resting the outer edge of your palms on the mat. And now try turning your head in. Touch the chin to the chest. And slowly, slowly, you should be resting your crown head here close to your palms on your mat. And then tuck in your toes, lift your knees. You are coming the slight position similar to the downward facing dog. Start walking with your toes. You slowly, slowly walk front with your feet. In this position, just try maintaining where your hips are in a line of your shoulders, your head. If you're comfortably shifting your weight front, then of course you are in an inversion position. And if you find this difficult, then it's okay to micro bend your legs at the knee. But our whole focus should be on our crown region, on our skull. Hold this. If you want to take support with the cushion, go for it. I have a quite thick mat, so I don't need that cushion. But yes, if you need it, just use it. Hold that position. Try to stay with this half headstand pose. 3, 2, and 1. Gently dropping your knees, flat your toes, and once again come to the child pose. Here, to balance your blood flow, you can make a fist, rest it one upon one, and then you can rest your forehead on your fist. Stay here, just relax yourself. Take rest for a while. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, very slowly come up. And then let's get ready for the next practice. Next practice we are doing is actually the downward facing dog. And here we are adding the variation in it. So we are doing the 3-leg dog position. Let's get ready, everyone. You should be placing your both palms front in this. Spread all your fingers and maintain a gap between your both palms. Here this time, you're coming in tabletop first, then tuck in your toes with maintaining hip width distance between your feet. You should be lifting your knees, your hips up. Try turning your hips, your sit bones higher up. And if you can touch your heels down on the mat, then great. Otherwise, just raise your heels, micro bend your both legs at the knee. This is a beautiful position of inversion. And then from here, if you're comfortable, then only you should be holding the weight on your one leg and then release your other leg. Here I'm releasing my right leg and lifting it higher up. Keep turning your hip in and lift it more. Here, you all centering the energy towards your crown chakra. 3, 2, 1. Gently drop your right foot down. Switch the side this time. Now you're raising your left leg up very slowly. If you can do it with the straight leg, then nice. Otherwise, bend your leg. But keep holding the center of energy on your crown chakra, your Sahasrara chakra. 3, 2, and then 1. Now very gently you can come back, drop your left foot. Dropping your knees down, here you can come back and relax in child pose. Take rest for a while. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we are getting ready for the next practice. For this, you should be resting your forearms front. Practice is easy, which is quite similar to the downward facing dog. Here, we are attending the dolphin pose. For that, again rest your palms and now your forearms down. Tuck in your toes and gently lift your knees up. Here you can try to push your chest a little bit down. And once again, you're trying to lift your hips more higher up. If you're comfortable, you can turn your head slightly down and move your crown head towards the mat. Hold this, lift your chest slightly up and in. Hold it here. 3, it's okay to micro bend your knees again. 2, and then 1. Gently drop your knees and one more time you can come to the child pose. Relax yourself. Breathe in, breathe out. And now, directly get ready to do this standing forward fold. Practice is where you again coming in tabletop, then tuck in your toes and now lift your knees. From this downward facing dog, you're stepping your left foot somewhere in middle and then slowly step your right foot front. Shift your weight back and then slowly just come to the half standing forward fold. Let's get ready to go more deeper in this practice. Here you can bend your elbows and slowly adjust your palms next to your feet. If you cannot, then you can micro bend your both legs at the knee. Bring your belly, your chest a little close to your thighs and try turning your head little in towards your knees. Here you're holding the position of standing forward fold pose. Stay with this. 3, 2, again, you are sending the oxygenated blood towards your head. And then 1, gently you come back. Place your palms again on your shins, lengthen your spine, come to the half forward fold. And then you're catching your waist all the way, completely come up. Then we are getting ready here for some standing practices asanas. Let's just do here the oblique extension, the side stretch or lateral stretching. Practice is easy. You should be maintaining gap between your feet. So hip width distance or little more than that. Then interlace your fingers, just turn your palms out. Breathe in deeper, raise your arms up. With the breath out, just move towards your right side. Breathe in, come in center. With the breath out, move to the left. In this practice, make sure that you're not moving your hips here and there. Keep sticking them in center and then move through your trunk. Let's get ready. Do it few times. Breathe in, breathe out. And then here we can come back, releasing our arms, and then again we are catching our waist. Come back from the practice of wide leg, palm tree, side bend position. And now this time, we are getting ready for the tree pose. And this is actually a quite balancing practice. So it's okay. If you are a beginner, then you can take support through the wall. So here, let me just show you first the practice with the wall support. Just stand against the wall with touching your hips, your back to the wall, and then shift your weight on your left leg. Now just bend your right leg at the knee, catch your ankle with your right hand, and then bring your heel, your right heel, little close to the root of your left thigh. Here, make sure that you're pressing your foot against your thigh, and then you try to open your knee to this side. If you can't adjust it completely close to your hips, it's okay to place it little down on your thigh, but not staining your left knee. Hold this position. Try to stand really tall and active. Now just join your palms front of your chest, and here you're fixing your gaze, which is more important. Try to fix your gaze anywhere at center. Hold this pose. Stay with finding balance. 3, 2, and 1. Now gently you can release your hands. You can release your right leg. Relax your left leg now. And then you're shifting your weight on your right leg. This time you're bending your left leg at the knee. Raise your left heel up, bend your leg, grab your ankle, and then adjust your left foot on the root of your right thigh. Try to push your left knee more to the left side. And then you're joining your palms front of your chest. If you're comfortable, then you can even try raising your arms up over your head. Just join your palms here. Stay with it for a while. Try to hold this position. Easy. Keep looking front at center. 3, 2, and then 1. Slowly, gently release your hands. Release your leg. Relax your legs again. Now, here we're going to do the relaxation. With the wall support, we are going to attend the relaxation, which is the practice of leg up the wall. So let's get ready. Here you can place your mat completely close to wall or just use the kind of cushion with you. So I told you to carry some cushion. Here we're going to use it. Place it close to wall and then adjust your hips close to the wall on your cushion or on your mat. Here, you can one by one now extend your both legs up in this position. And girls, if you're on your month cycle, so you should avoid this practice. Then from here, you can give external rotation to your legs. Keep your hands by the side. Open your palms to the ceiling. Just close your eyes and stay here in this beautiful practice of leg up the wall. Practice is easy, yet very, very effective to heal your body, to balance your energies. And especially this practice is all helpful to balance your crown chakra. Stay with this. Hold this position. Just breathe in deep. Breathe out. Stay calm. Stay positive. You release the tiredness out and feel the flow of energy inside you, which is helping you to stay active, strong. Be here. And after Relaxing yourself completely. Let's just slowly come back. Move your toes, move your fingers, then bend your both legs at the knee and take a turn on the right side with the help of your arms. Come up, sit down with the cross leg position with Sukhasana. This time, we are getting ready for the practice of chanting. Here, as this is a final day of practicing for chakras, then this is important to learn the chanting of mantra here. For each chakra, we have the different chanting. So I'm going to chant for you and you should repeat after me. Here, you can sit down first with the cross leg comfortable position, and you can also have this cushion underneath your hips. Then just rest the back palms over your knees. Now just close your eyes, relax yourself more, breathe in deep, breathe out, and now just inhale and then start chanting La. Try to focus on your root chakra, on your Mooladhara chakra, and observe the vibration of this chanting. Now we are chanting for the second chakra, the Swadhisthana chakra, or the sacral chakra. Focus all around your hip region. Connect with the vibrations. Then we are chanting for the third chakra, the solar plexus. Just keep focusing around your navel center. Feel some sensations around your belly. Next, let's just chant for the heart chakra. Chanting this again. You should be completely connected to your heart region. And then we are chanting for the throat chakra. Keep focusing around your throat. And let's chant for your third eye. Breathe in again. Just keep focusing on your forehead, on your third eye. Now we're chanting last for the crown chakra. So after chanting all these after chanting, observe all these vibrations and the positive surrounding. Feel the flow of energy from the base of your spine to the top of your spine, from the Mooladhara chakra, the root chakra, to the Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra. Stay calm. Now, gently bend your elbows, just join your palms front of your chest, bow down your head on your folded palm. Breathe in, lift your head up, rub your palms, generate the warm energy between your palms. Touch your palms on your eyes, open your eyes into your palms, close your eyes. Touch your palms on your face, neck, chest, abdomen, your whole body. Bring your hands back, make a yoga mudra. Just catch your right wrist with your left palm behind your back and bow down completely on a mat. Thanks to God to give us this beautiful time to practice yoga. Inhale, come up, head up. Hari Om. That's so thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with me in this whole series. And this was the practice for balancing all your chakras. I hope it will help because the balance of energy is always helpful to keep you healthy physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I hope it will help. I will see you in the next session with the more interesting and very useful creative asana practices. Take care of yourself till then. Hari Om. Namaste.